I think the only kind of makeup I used when I was then was very little actually, because you had a nice complexion then. And you didn't realise, not like I've never ever used eye makeup and things like that. I've never been that type. I'm not that outgoing for it, you know. But some, maybe mascara, the one for your eyes, sometimes that, but not flash.
Wow, the first time I wore makeup was prom in year 11, so I guess I was like 16.
Yeah, well, I started doing makeup when I was pretty young, to be honest, because I got an older sister. She's 4 years older than me. So she obviously started the makeup a little bit sooner than I did. And I just go into her room and steal all of her stuff, basically. Like all of her eyeshadows, and went a bit ham.
First kind of time for me really kind of imagining makeup was we used to watch our mother get ready for parties, and she was very much a 1950s housewife. Very glamorous, you know, puffed up hair with lacquer and hairspray, lots of mascara, bright red lipstick.
I probably started wearing makeup outside of school, generally just like concealer or mascara, not anything crazy. And then we weren't allowed to wear makeup in school, but I felt like I was quite insecure and I wanted to be able to like look nicer in general, and like want people at school to think I look nice and stuff like that.
I think the makeup I remember was pan stick makeup. You know, that was the Max Factor, I think it was.
Okay.
That was a way back. I think that's the one that we used. Everybody had it, and that seemed to be the end thing. I was something like a tan to give you a bit colour.
So we would go into the toilet and do things like put water on our eyelashes to try and make them look like thicker and darker, or we would put Vaseline on our eyelashes, which I'm sure probably isn't very safe, to make them like grow overnight or to make them look thicker as well. And we'd try and use like the bare minimum makeup so that we could still cover up spots and things but not have it be obvious.
I got into my dad's car, he picked me up, and I looked in like the mirror. I just thought I looked like a clown, like with so much makeup on. So I remember like trying to wipe it all off, like before I got home and like showed all my family.
I started getting really into it, and I got like my own really cheap stuff from like Superdrug, just like really crazy coloured eyeshadows. And I'd spend like all my time in my room just like doing really crazy eyeshadow looks, like one eye completely like red, the other one completely green. Probably looked a bit like Harley Quinn, to be honest, ahead of the trend. But yeah, I used to have so much fun with it, and then I'd go downstairs and I'd show my parents and they'd be like, you look crazy. But still had a good time. But then, yeah, that phase kind of passed after I was like 14, and I started wearing it every day for like high school, and I still wear it every day now, and there's not really any fun with it anymore, to be honest.
As you got more mature, I mean, you got more adventurous actually, you know what I mean? And your friends were doing something with their eyes and things like that, you would follow suit, you know, and just do the same. But not in a heavy way, not like, you know, how people are really made up. We were never like that.
If you got caught wearing makeup at school, you got sent to the office, and then you had to take it all off. And then if on the makeup wipe there was makeup, then you got a detention. But if there wasn't, then you got away with it.
Like, I remember going to like a New Year's party when I was like maybe 8, and I'd gone into my sister's room and I'd like put all of her powder like over my face because I thought it was foundation, because you don't know about that shit when you're younger, and YouTube didn't exist back then, so I didn't know what was going on. And like I got to this, like I went downstairs, my parents were like, you're like white as a sheet, and I was like, no I'm not. And I just put like a white translucent powder like all over my face, but like aggressively so. And then I felt really embarrassed about it, and then I didn't wear makeup for years.
You know, and that was a fabulous era to grow up in, and I think that's probably like one of the most exciting kind of moments for makeup, because it moved away from being something that was to beautify a woman into being something to make you fierce and bold, and to really make you stand out there. And it was like, don't, you know, come on, what you know, take me on. Yeah. So it was using beauty in a very, very different kind of a way. Fierce beauty.
I think the makeup I remember was pan stick makeup. You know, that was the Max Factor, I think it was.
Okay.
That was a way back. I think that's the one that we used. Everybody had it, and that
Yeah.
seemed to be the end thing. Or something like a tan to give you a bit of colour.
I really got into makeup very heavily when I was kind of around 17. It was the punk rocker era, and it was kind of like we went into 1981, 1982, and it was that kind of like really bright, hard colours of that time, and it was so exciting, and it was so kind of a new era, and it was just like you were no longer your parents. You were no longer putting on makeup to look like your mother or somebody from another generation. It was using makeup for almost kind of theatrical effect.